I would like to offer my thanks and apologies to those of you out there who sincerely do not wish to be here right now. You know who you are, and it is understandable. After all, graduation ceremonies are entire traditions despite their significance to have history. And it isn't that the content is not up to snuff or anything, it's just a long process to endure for a few photos of your respective students, getting their proof of accomplishment. That being said, I would like to recognize the potential parties out there currently waiting for this whole thing to be over. To the young children, brothers and sisters silently taking to run around while they listen to countless speeches over things they do not understand or care for, while they struggle to avoid falling asleep on their parents' laps. To the distant relatives traveling perhaps even across the country, sacrificing a full weekend to witness a 3-hour ceremony for a youth they see once or twice a year. To the grandparents and cousins and uncles and aunts and family friends, no doubt, who wait patiently for their student's moment of transformation from a high schooler to an adult. Kind of an adult. And, of course, to the band members, as they must come every year to play the same old melody over and over again until their lips go numb, their jaws ache, and their eyes glaze over with indifference. But most importantly, to the parents for having to deal with us for the past 18 years of their lives. Listening to all of our grumbling and whining about school while they try their best to push us towards becoming better people. Today we are honoring their sacrifice and endeavors, in particular by offering them the coveted chairs slightly closer to the stage. To these people and any I have not yet mentioned, I would like to speak for everyone graduating here today and saying thank you for your patience. And now for the speech that was approved.
Wonderful.
Here we are. After 13 years of being in parochial school, we sit before you this afternoon, the graduating class of 2011. Yeah. You know, there's quite a bit of diversity in this group, not just in background or heritage, but also in disposition. There's so many individual characters here that there's hardly a single undeniable thing that ties every single one of us together. And that single undeniable thing, that hardly even is that we are all students of South Haven. We've all come from this small-town school district to this athletic field where we are gathered today. Some of us have been here for our entire lives, while some have only moved here the past few years. Regardless, we've all been raised under the same school roof and have learned from the same school teachers. Henry Ford once said, "You can't build a reputation on what you are going to do." Well, we have begun to build a life's reputation on who we are, sharing our identity, bound together in this school community. Together we have shared memories, discoveries, and even tragedies as we have grown into the people that we are today. On this day, we shall take the first significant step apart from each other as we branch out into the world. Some of us will be heading out to study at our respective colleges and universities. Some of us will stay closer to home, studying at LMC or going directly into the workforce. And some of us may even be joining the military, perhaps going overseas to help preserve the safety of our nation. However, no matter how great the distance grows between us, that one underlying aspect that defines all of us will remain. We are all students of South Haven. There will be things we will miss as we head off to the next stage of life: friends, teachers, classes, courts, organizations. And of course, there will be those things that we will be happy to be rid of as well. For sake of time, I would hold my tongue on that regard. But all that we have seen, all that we have experienced, all that we have committed to memory to date will stay with us as we live our lives. The Danish philosopher Søren Kierkegaard once said, "Life can only be understood backwards, but it must be lived forward." We will always be able to look back on these years we have shared as a foundation for our futures. These experiences have defined us, molded us, and pottered to our clay. How we continue to impact our world and what we shall offer the world will be determined by who we are. And who we are will always be influenced by how we've grown up together. In the years ahead, as we spread the strawberry jam of our influence across the toasty muscle of society, not the most reverent. We should remember that we are all imbued with one undeniable similarity, and that is we are all students of South Haven.
was good.